Okay, this video is going to be about how you can modify or edit a drawing that you've created in Illustrator. And this particular Volkswagen Bug that I created, I used a variety of tools to create it, including the rectangle tool, the pen tool, the ellipse tool. And what I'd like to do is make some modifications. Before I get started, I do want to show you that I based this particular drawing off a sketch that I have on a template layer. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. Now, looking at this drawing, I can see this particular line. Let me go to my select tool. I'd like this line straighter. I mean, this is a rectangle and has straight lines, although this one is kind of on an angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on that, and I want to modify this anchor point. To do that, I'm going to go to my direct selection tool and I'm going to click on this path. I get this anchor point available to me and I can modify it. If I hold down my shift key, I can straighten that path a little bit more. I'm going to select this rectangle and I want to align it with the door here, so I'm just going to pull that over. I get that smart guide that helps me out. I see I have a bit of a problem over here as well on this particular shape. So I want to actually bring this particular anchor point in a little bit, so I'll zoom in on that area, grab my direct selection tool, grab that point, and I can move it in. The anchor point and the handles are available to me as well. I can select them and I can modify them so I can change the size and shape of that shape. This one as well. Actually, that is a corner, so I can't really bring up the Bezier handles because it's based on a corner, but I can modify it and I can redirect that path. Maybe I want to smooth over this particular corner here. I can always go inside where I see this circle and I can smooth that out, which is a really nice option. Moving over. Again, I don't really like the position of this point. I'd actually like to align it. If you have your rulers open, you can actually draw out a guide to kind of help you with that. And I will show you how to open up your rulers if you don't have them open. Under View, Rulers, you can hide or you can show them. View, where'd that go? Rulers, and I can draw out a guide. If I click anywhere in the ruler here, I can click and I can pull out a ruler. I can do the same thing from the other side as well. I can always select those guides and I can get rid of them, meaning maybe I don't really want this guide. I can select it and just hit my delete key and it disappears. I can go ahead and try to align to the top of this main window. I can zoom in from that point, grab my direct selection tool, and I can lower that point. Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing there. Grab that point, move it down. Got to be careful that you don't actually accidentally grab your guides. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so I can really see that point. Again, it's right on that arrow, so on that guide, so I think I'm okay. I'm going to zoom out by going to my zoom tool, hit the option key to zoom back out. Maybe I want to make modifications to this shape. Grab my direct selection tool, select that anchor point, and I can modify that handle to bring it kind of below this guide. Maybe I want to bring this one up, selecting that path and moving my cursor up. Next thing maybe I want to do is smooth this out. Maybe I want to use my smooth tool to do that, and I can follow along this path and it's going to smooth it out for me. Maybe I want to bring this particular path in a little bit. Again, going to my direct selection tool, I can select the end of that path. I can move it in. I can manipulate the handles. The handles in this case are really long. To see them, I'm going to go to my zoom tool, going to hit my option key to zoom out, and I get those handles available to me. I can shorten them, lengthen them, or just change the shape of them, or modify the shape using these handles. I'm going to move that over. I feel like the top hood could be a little bit smoother as well, the hood of the body of this car. I think I'll use the smooth tool and just draw with the smooth tool along the top of this hood to smooth it out. Much smoother than before. Again, the tools I used were the direct selection tool, which allows you to get the anchor points and the handles, that you can manipulate the handles, lengthen them, shorten them to get the kind of path that you want. You can also use the smooth tool to smooth out different paths. And you can always use the add anchor point and delete anchor point if you feel like you have too many anchor points. Meaning maybe I don't want an anchor point here, I could go ahead and just delete that. Actually, I needed that one, so I'm not going to delete that one. But perhaps I should just smooth that out a little bit more. Now I'm going to have to move this one down. So you've got lots of tools in Illustrator that will help you modify the shapes you've already created.